Hello, I'm Sneha Koshi. 5 soldiers have been killed after terrorists opened fire in Jammu and Kashmir. The Rajouri sector, grenades likely used. Pakistan's Bilawal Bhutto Zardari to visit India in May. He will be the first foreign minister of Pakistan to visit India since 2011. Assam Arunachal signed pact in presence of Union Home Minister Amit Shah. Assam Arunachal pact is to resolve the decades-old border row. All 68 accused in one of the worst cases of Gujarat riots, the Naroda Gam massacre case, have been acquitted. BJP ex-minister Maya Kodnani and Bajrang Dal's Babu Bajrangi among those acquitted. Day 3 of the same-sex marriage hearing. CJI asks, are two spouses who belong to a binary gender essential for marriage? Elon Musk's Starship explodes during test flight. Elon Musk's tweets, learned a lot for next launch in few months. Hello, I'm Sneha Koshi, and the top story, a major terror attack in Jammu. The army vehicle that caught fire this afternoon on the Poonch Jammu highway was likely fired upon by grenade. It was a terror attack, according to the army. The vehicle moving between Bimbar Gali and Poonch in the Rajouri sector was fired on by unidentified terrorists taking advantage of heavy rain and low visibility in the area, according to the press release by the Indian Army. The vehicle caught fire due to likely use of grenade by terrorists. 5 soldiers of the Rashtriya Rifles unit deployed for counter-terrorist operations lost their lives in the attack.
Operation has been launched and the area has been cordoned off, but it appears it will, resume tomorrow morning, because in these dense forest areas, it's not possible to carry out operation during the night. And when the enemy is very, very, armed and they carry out such attacks on army, and which is the biggest attack on army in recent times. 5 army soldiers have lost their lives in this attack. At least one is injured, who has been shifted to hospital. It appears to be a sticky bomb attack, even if army has said that there was firing and, then followed by a possible grenade attack. Because there are similarities between this attack and the attack on the Mata Vaishno Devi pilgrims last year in May, in which 4 pilgrims were killed and 20 were injured. That time also there was a sticky bomb attack on a bus carrying Vaishno Devi Yatris. Initially it was passed off as an accident, but eventually the police investigation found it was a terror attack with a sticky bomb. So this appears the same, modus operandi, same method was employed. Sticky bombs have become the big challenge. And the second important thing is Jammu appears to be the high on terror radar. There have been series of attacks in Jammu over the last 1 year, and this is the second big attack in this Rajouri Poonch area. On January 1st, there was a major attack on Hindu families at Dangri in Rajouri. After that, there was a massive security revamp. There was a massive security deployment in these areas. There was rearming and the arming these village defense groups in this particular area. There are thousands of village defense committees who have been even given these SLR rifles as well to fight militancy. But we see still this major attack has happened. Operation has launched to track down the attackers. But what would be its implication? Number one, there's ceasefire along the line of control, and after ceasefire agreement between India and Pakistan Army in February 2021. Since then, the line of control is calm, and one of the important, understanding between the two armies was there would not be any major attack. This attack appears to be violating that, understanding between India and Pakistan Army, which has been, that ceasefire has been holding on, but this is clearly, a major provocation. in this area. And second thing, Jammu appears to be high on terror radar while the valley is calm. And third important thing is this attack has come when Srinagar would be hosting G20 third working group meeting on tourism, which would be in next month in May. So, and all this, we see this major attack happening there. It is a huge security challenge. And also, after the Dangri-Rajouri attack in January, Home Minister Amit Shah held a meeting in Jammu wherein he asked the security force that there has to be zero militancy in Jammu region within 3 months. And it appears that they have thrown the challenge. Look, after 3 months, we are back here with this major militant attack on the army.
And in fact, this terror attack has happened on the same day when Pakistan announced that its Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari will visit India next month to attend the Shanghai Cooperation Organization's Foreign Ministers meet in Goa. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari's visit to India would be the first after the abrogation of the Article 370 and comes 9 years after the then Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif attended Prime Minister Modi's swearing-in ceremony.
I have an important announcement to make. Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari will be leading the Pakistan delegation to the Shanghai Cooperation Council of Foreign Ministers being held on 4th or 5th of May in Goa, India. The Foreign Minister is attending the SCO-CFM meeting at the invitation of the current chair of SCO-CFM, Dr. S. J. Shankar, Minister for External Affairs of the Republic of India. Our participation in the meeting reflects Pakistan's commitment to the SCO Charter and processes.
SCO प्रेसिडेंसी के तहत हमने सारे SCO मेंबर स्टेट्स को इनविटेशन दिया था, न्योता दिया था उसके आने के लिए, और गोवा में ये मीटिंग है, SCO फॉरेन मिनिस्टर्स मीटिंग 4 से 5 मई, और हम अपेक्षा करते हैं कि ये मीटिंग बहुत सक्सेसफुल रहेगी, पर किसी एक देश की भागीदारी पर ध्यान देना इतना उचित नहीं होगा.
And all accused in one of the worst cases of massacre during the 2002 Gujarat riots in the Naroda Gam have been acquitted. This includes former BJP minister and MLA Maya Kudnani and Bajrang Dal's Babu Bajrangi. 11 Muslims were burnt to death after a mob set their houses on fire in a locality known as Muslim Mohalla, Kumbarwas, in the Naroda Gam area of Ahmedabad.
नामदार कोर्ट ने आज सभी अभियुक्त को बरी करने का आदेश जारी कर दिया है ओपन कोर्ट में.
क्या रीजन दिया है?
नो रीजनिंग गिवन जस्ट नाउ. स्टिल वी हैव नॉट ऑब्टेन्ड एनी कॉपी ऑफ द जजमेंट.
कितने थे सर आरोपी?
कुल मिला के 83 एक्यूज पे चार्ज फ्रेम हुआ था. उनमें से 67 मौजूद थे. एक एक्यूज आज एब्सेंट था जिसकी प्रेशर बढ़ गया था. ऐसी बात थी.
Maha, as far as the grounds for acquittal are concerned, once we have and once even the lawyers have the order copy, the grounds for acquittal will be clear. But as far as the sting operation by Ashish Khaitan was done, is concerned, which was one of the prime evidences which was submitted in the court, where one of the accused, Babu Bajrangi, who was the Bajrang Dal leader, he confessed to have burned down the houses of 11 Muslims. That was not admissible in the court since it was a sting operation carried out by a media personnel. So the defense lawyer has also told us that that was one of the main grounds, that there was no direct evidence. As far as the lawyer who represented the victims are concerned, he told us that they will be challenging the verdict in the High Court because for them it is absolute injustice, and not just injustice against the victims, but it is also against the Supreme Court and the SIT, which charge-sheeted those 86 people, saying that they properly investigated their cell phone towers, their FSL reports, there were eyewitnesses against these accused. But still, after 21 years of the victims waiting for justice, now today the Special Sessions Court in Ahmedabad have acquitted all of them. I'll tell you that the 86 people were charge-sheeted, out of which 18 died during the trial and they were abated. And today, total 68 accused were acquitted. Now, the latest is that the victim's family, who are absolutely discouraged and they are not welcoming the verdict, they are going to challenge the verdict in the High Court once they have the order copy. But as far as the grounds for acquittal are concerned, we spoke to Shamshad, who is the lawyer of the victim. He said that from forensic report to the cell tower location to the eyewitnesses to doctors who gave their statements against these 86 accused. Absolutely everything was against these accused, but still the court decided to acquit them. So they are going to challenge the verdict in the High Court. They're also going to write to the SIT who charge sheeted these accused to understand that what could have been the grounds. But the politician, as far as the politics is concerned, the Congress, which is non-existent in the state of Gujarat, is saying that we are going to side with the victim's family. And as far as BJP is concerned, we have no reaction as of yet. But one of the spokesperson I was speaking to, he said that let law take its own course and we are not going to comment. Back to you.
Are two spouses who belong to a binary gender essential for marriage? Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud asked on Thursday as the Supreme Court heard arguments on legalizing same-sex marriage. This is day 3 of hearings, even as the centre did oppose the hearings in the Supreme Court.
The notion of marriage is evolving. India's top court has observed while hearing pleas to legalize same-sex marriages. It is now focusing on examining the Special Marriages Act and whether this could be a gateway to permit such marriages. The Chief Justice, prodding senior advocate Abhishek Singhvi, who's arguing in favor of same-sex marriages, asked whether man and woman in the Act could be replaced with spouses.
You're really asking us to read into the statute the expression spouses for really man and woman.
So does the underlying thrust of SMA exclude your lordship's reading or insertion or understanding of that construct? Is the
because your principal premise is that when the legislation was enacted in 1954,
yes,
the object of the legislation was to provide a form of matrimony for people who are not falling back on their personal law.
The court is not looking at any changes in personal law. However, the court has given an extra day next Monday for the hearing, which now has 4 more days.
Let this start, my lord. On our side, your lordships may give us...
Solicitor, have you ever seen us being unreasonable in the court? We have to put a little pressure on everybody so that doesn't...
The scale of the landmark hearing is immense. 20 petitioners and 17 lawyers arguing in favor of the same-sex marriage. Among them, India's topmost ones. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, Mukul Rohtgi, Raju Ramachandran, K.V. Vishwanathan, as well as Maneka Guruswamy, who fought and won along with others the case to decriminalize gay sex, and Saurabh Kripal, a gay lawyer who's been nominated to be a High Court judge.
The Constitution Bench hopes to conclude hearing both sides next week, and they have made it clear to the Solicitor General Tushar Mehta that they will give him reasonable time to listen to the centre's objections on the same-sex marriage. In New Delhi, Sunil Prabhu, NDTV.
And a day after the centre mentioned that states may have their own stand and perhaps even a different stand on this case of same-sex marriage, and even appealed to states to join and support its stance on same-sex marriage, TMC leader Abhishek Banerjee has come out in support of the same-sex marriages. Let's listen in.
So if I want to choose a life partner of my choice, if I am a man and I'm fond of a man, if I'm a woman, I'm fond of a woman, whatever combination that is, I am no doyen or authority to make a comment on that, and I'm hopeful that Supreme Court will certainly rule in favor of the democracy and the ethos that we take pride in. This is a tactic to keep it dangling for no reason in Supreme Court. So I think if you have to seek response, you could have done that in the last 7 years. What kept you waiting for so long?
And in a massive setback for Rahul Gandhi, a court in Gujarat rejected his request to pause his conviction in a defamation case over his 2019 Modi surname remark. This means Rahul Gandhi cannot be reinstated as Member of Parliament for now.
Rahul Gandhi's disqualification as MP cannot be reversed. That's the upshot of a Surat court's decision, dismissing the Congress leader's plea for a stay on his conviction in a criminal defamation case.
The judgment will be challenged in accordance with law in the very near future. I am not required to give deadlines and dates. We are clear that the judgment is devoid of valid, sustainable legal reasoning.
अब जब सूरत के अपीलिएट कोर्ट का जजमेंट आया है, उसका वर्डिक्ट आया है, पूरे देश में खुशी का माहौल है. This is a, I would say, slap on the face of the arrogance of the Gandhi family.
this was not death of democracy of India. This is a blow on the arrogance of the Gandhi family.
Merely being an MP is not a ground to suspend the conviction. That is also observed by the judge, relying upon the judgment of the Supreme Court. The criminal cases pending against the accused is also taken into consideration.
While refusing to stay the conviction, Sessions Court in Surat said there will be no relief to Rahul. Rahul Gandhi made a derogatory remark against the Prime Minister. Rahul Gandhi should have been more careful with his words and has not made out any case to suspend the conviction. Rahul Gandhi failed to demonstrate that by not staying the conviction and denying an opportunity to contest elections, an irreversible and irrevocable damage will be caused to him.
With no relief from Sessions Court 2, Rahul Gandhi's legal team is preparing to move Gujarat High Court early next week. Sources add that Rahul Gandhi will comply with the eviction notice and will hand over the government accommodation by this weekend. With camera person Prem Singh, this is Arvind Gunasekar for NDTV.
And the special investigation team recreated the crime scene of the shootout involving Atiq Ahmed and Ashraf in an effort to understand how the three suspects arrived and killed them. This SIT is trying to piece together the events of the shootout and understand the sequence of events leading to the murder of Atiq Ahmed and Ashraf. The team hopes that by recreating the scene of the crime, they will be able to gain a better understanding of how the suspects were able to carry out the attack, according to officials. In fact, Atiq Ahmed and Ashraf were shot dead at point-blank range by three men posing as journalists in the middle of a media interaction on Saturday night when police personnel were escorting them to a hospital. And Union Minister Shobha Karandlaje claimed a connection between murdered gangster politician Atiq Ahmed, shot dead last week by three men while in custody of Uttar Pradesh police, and the Congress, and declared the party in support of those who are criminals and anti-nationals. And it was not just the BJP Union Minister. In fact, Congress has hit back, alleging BJP connection with this Don-turned politician.
कल कांग्रेस पार्टी ने स्टार कैंपेनर का लिस्ट रिलीज किया है। आश्चर्य है, इसी में इमरान प्रताप गढ़िया का नाम है। इमरान प्रताप गढ़िया कौन है? इमरान प्रताप गढ़िया राज्यसभा का एमपी है, ओरिजिनली उत्तर प्रदेश से है। उत्तर प्रदेश में गैंगस्टर के साथ थे, गैंगस्टर का फ्रेंड है। गैंगस्टर आतिक अहमद, अशरफ अहमद का वो गुरु मानते थे, भाई बोलते थे। ऐसा इमरान प्रताप गढ़िया कांग्रेस पार्टी से महाराष्ट्र का राज्यसभा का एमपी बनके राज्यसभा में आए।
But what you said, Shobhaji, I will share two photographs with all of you. Please read this. In 2008, when there was a no confidence motion against the UPA, the same person, Atiq, was not voting in favor of UPA. His party was voting in favor of UPA. But Atiq was favoring BJP. I will show you one photo and you have to answer this photograph, Shobhaji, before going out from Bangalore or Karnataka. Whose photo is with Atiq? He is the Nand Gopal Gupta Urf Nandi. Who is he? He is the current cabinet minister of BJP Uttar Pradesh.
And the Assam and Arunachal Pradesh governments on Thursday signed an agreement in presence of Union Home Minister Amit Shah to resolve their decades-old border disputes. After Arunachal Pradesh achieved statehood in 1987, a tripartite committee was appointed which recommended that certain territories be transferred from Assam to Arunachal Pradesh. Assam contested this and the matter was in Supreme Court for a long time. Here you have the two chief ministers who were present in Delhi of Assam and Arunachal Pradesh, both who signed this pact in the presence of Home Minister Amit Shah.
आज हम सब उत्तर पूर्व और भारत के एक ऐतिहासिक क्षण के साक्षी बन रहे हैं। 1972 से लेकर आज तक जिस सीमा विवाद को सुलझाया नहीं जा सका, लोकल कमीशन की रिपोर्ट 72 से अब तक अलग अलग स्तर पर कभी सरकारों में कभी अदालतों में विवाद से ग्रस्त रही। वो रिपोर्ट को एक प्रकार से दोनों राज्य सरकारों ने स्वीकार कर 700 किलोमीटर से लंबी लगभग 800 किलोमीटर की असम अरुणाचल सीमा का विवाद आज समाप्त कर।
And it's time for a short break. On the other side, all the latest from the IPL.